Man, look.
He was trying, but my goodness.
Yo, everybody here right now, that's crazy. They waiting already to hear this. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Thank you for coming from far and wide, near and close, whatever the heck. This is yet another installment of the my mistake. The RTP podcast, the Really Typical Players, hosted by myself, one man indie, but it's not about me. It's about these brothers also come here with me as well. It's about the creator and the originator of the podcast, D7, Dark Man Gaming.
Hey guys, how you doing?
We got Doug from Synchronic Games.
Hey, what's up? Hi.
We got the international sensation of RPG Maker game creation as inspiration for his whole generation and his nation.
Man, you should have done like a sad intro this
I
time.
s- no. You know what? We gonna have to issue out this verbal shellacking. We're gonna have to do this with God. Okay, we go. All right. Well, man, welcome you guys here to this. Poof, we got some things. We got some explaining to do. We got some explaining and we got some things to say. Man, oh man. All right. So let's just get the initial impressions. Save it to like a minute. Initial impression of the game, and we'll start off with we're gonna start off with Doug because Doug is a little bit more mild in this regard. So yeah, give us a minute. Your initial impressions in a minute, bro.
Okay. My initial impressions was that the game was pretty rough. I had a lot of issues with it. It starts okay with the nice little game company title video thing that looks cool, and then as soon as you start the game, it goes downhill from there. And basically, the dialogue sound and the way that the dialogue went across, the font, the actual gameplay, the story, the trivia quizzes, like everything about it, it just made me want to stop playing. That's my initial impressions.
Okay, so now we got Harlequin. Give it a minute, just 1 minute, brother. Just 60 seconds.
Oh, I don't even need a minute. I give this game a out of 10.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh man. All right. D7. You recently just got off just from playing this one, like I don't know, for and more times than I think is just. No, I'm gonna shut up. Give me 1 minute. Give me your thoughts, your initial thoughts on this.
I had to take one for the team this time, guys. I took one for the team. And just like I always say during my Let's Plays, I do it so you don't have to.
And you really tried this time.
Man, the emotions are through the roof with this one. Looking at the cover art, it seems like you about to play something, amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But you remember like back in the day, them NES games?
Yep.
It got great cover art.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So when you put the NES tape in there, the cartridge,
Mm-hmm.
and you turn it on,
Mm-hmm.
it's a totally different game. Graphics,
Yep.
sounds. It's not like what you think you're getting. It's like, man, what the heck is this?
Uh-huh.
It's one of those type of moments. What the heck is this? Yeah.
All right. I didn't want to do this, but you know what? It just needs to be said. You know this game was crappy, but you refused to see the truth. So now I gotta waste my time trying to play this thing, and it's broke, and I'm so damn angry. Yes, I'll say the truth. Right now, yes, this game is just broke. Yes, it is. It ain't so hard to see that it's broken. This damn game is broke. Yes, it is. It'll make
baby.
They don't make no daggone sense with the Samuel I had to go through. I have never had to literally wait for me to get to the point when I can end the recording. I ended the recording literally at 1 hour, 29 minutes and 59 seconds and 0.00000.7 seconds before I hit that daggone end recording button. The main thing I had to go with this game is I had to ask why. Just why? Why with everything? Everything in the game didn't make no good doggone sense. You know what? Put on the Ultimate Warrior music. Let's just go in. Let's go in. Just go ahead, Cook. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna go last. Y'all got it.
I just had a lot of issues with this game. The maps felt very big and empty a lot. Some of the town, I mean, I saw D7's video. Some of the town stuff looks okay, but it's deserted. There's no NPCs. The dialogue boxes are like auto scrolling, and it makes this really annoying sound when they're talking, like whoa.
It's the sound effect. It's the sound effect when you're like when like the enemy misses the attack. That's that sound.
Yeah.
And you couldn't do anything about it. It just kept scrolling. They're like, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up.
Okay, well, I didn't react emotionally to the game, but like you did, one man. But I did find frustration with it, and the other thing that really bothered me was the quiz thing. Like you can't even get a good gauge as to what's what and who's who, and then this thing pops up that's like, what's her favorite color? What's her favorite number? What is her oldest sister's name? What's her, like, and it goes into like 20 questions.
Who am I named after?
Yeah,
shut up.
But then after 3 times of failing the test, it does let you get past it. But it's really not. I don't think it was. I mean, this kind of comes across as somebody's first game, like if they were just starting to make a game for the first time. Like this might be like that type of project, in my opinion. But yeah, I didn't really like it very much.
Let me put on. I forgot to even put on the footage. Okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing with this. Okay, when I was playing this thing, and yeah, sorry, it's probably going to be me doing a lot of the talking here with this, because this thing is just so doggone frustrating and idiotic. Okay, so now, right? You got to deal with you got to deal with that. Okay, fine, whatever. The characters in and of themselves, there is literally no story. None whatsoever, or not one that you give one half of a hang about. The characters that don't get along. The characters are bitchy. The 2 feet sisters have to yeah. And then the brothers are kind of like, eh. And then Cedric is kind of this little bit of a numbnut. He wants to prove himself, all this stuff. Okay, I get that. Fine, whatever. Then he goes into the fighting thing, right? You're supposed to fight with or learn with the instructor. The very first time you even get engaged with the instructor, all you doing is just talking. That's the first time. It literally ended within like 30 seconds. And the character asked the exact same question I asked. That's it? That's it?
Man, I think to make this stream more epic, we should play the OST from this game instead of the background music.
Oh, no, because
if we suffer through the for 8 hours straight, I think the chat need to suffer too. In all fairness.
I'd have to upload it. I didn't even have that even uploaded and ready for that. So y'all got spared this time, because I'd gotten to the point where I was just done. Okay, DON done. I'm not even. You don't even deserve the E. You get DUN done. That's how it is.
In all fairness, though, like I'm gonna be real. I hope the developer is watching, but I'm gonna be real. Though. I'm gonna be real with them. There's a lot of factors in your game that will cause your player not to want to play. And I'm not even talking about from a RPG Maker game itself, but just the game overall. In general. Yeah. One, the scrolling, like the noise from the scrolling, that's a distraction itself. 2, you got your text on the bottom of the screen, and you got your event happening towards the top of the screen. How is your player supposed to pay attention to the event that's going on while we gotta read the dialogue that's going so fast, there's really no time to read it. You gotta take into account of fast readers and slow readers. You know what I mean? Not everybody's gonna read the same speed as you. You got some people it just take them a little bit longer. It would have been fine if we could hit the confirm button.
Yes.
As soon as the dialogue ended.
Yes, that would have made sense. The second thing. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, D. Go ahead.
No, I was done. I was done with that.
Also, I find the font kind of annoying. That little curly Q on the I and stuff.
No. I would have been okay with that. That's fine. I have no issue with that. It makes your game unique. I'm okay with that. The system in this game, either A, has not been fully tested, or when it was tested, the feedback that was given was not heard. Oh, now you're hearing the doggone stuff right now. Let me just mute this because it will drive me literally knucking fucks hearing this. While I'm trying to listen to the other doggone music. It's like a doggone nightmare playing. It sounds ridiculous.
You're not dashing. You're not dashing, my guy. You're not dashing.
The dashing one is kind of funny because the sprite's broken on that one too.
No. I did the dash. I didn't do it right then. Because I didn't see how. But you'll see me dash. But here's the thing about it. Like, okay, the action battle system or whatever. Okay, fine, I get it. But the way you introduced it, it took so long to get to the point where I can actually do that. Why not actually just have all the systems introduced in the very first time you are meeting with the freaking instructor? Why would I have to? And all these freaking asinine, inane, tedious quests that you have me freaking do. I'm going to the West Court. I'm literally going to the West Courtyard, going back to the hall. West Courtyard, back to the hall. West Courtyard, back to the hall. I didn't need.
Yeah, it seemed like the order of the game for the first 16 chapters is outside, train, eat. Outside, train, eat. Outside, train, eat.
You
outside,
literally
train, eat.
Wasted
repetitive
an hour of the player's time. With
for the first full hour,
asinine, mundane task that you could have had taken care of within at least 10 minutes. And then you could have gone right into your story. For the love of me, I cannot understand why you did what you did. Did someone play test this game? And if they did you listen to what they had to say, or did you just completely discount it? And if they did play this and they told you it was fine, are you sure that this person is your friend and not your enemy?
Wow.
Yeah, you gotta ask if they had friends reviewing this, because friends are not honest. Friends will always tell you you're making the best game in history.
With friends like that, you daggone sure do not need enemies. I'm sorry. Look, you can call me one man, meanie, whatever you want to call me. You can literally burn me in effigy from here to Istanbul. Guess what? I'll be all right with that. But you're going to hear my mouth about this today. This doesn't make no good doggone sense. The battle system.
Sure doesn't.
Okay, here's what happened, right? The first time I talked to the instructor, it literally was a talk. They'd have to go back, listen to some inane prattle from the family, which made no sense and added nothing to the story. Fine, whatever. I took that. Went back the next day. Then we finally got a chance to fight, sort of. And then you'll see me actually doing this. Now, I'm going back and forth trying to learn all this other stuff, trying to see what else is going on, because I have no idea, because it's a huge map, and I'm figuring in my brain, there's no way possible that the doggone dev would literally have all the space and literally have no reason for it at all. But fine. I get it. I went back, fought this broad. I literally, and you'll probably will see it at some point, I literally was spanking her in the doggone battle. I had her up against the corner, and up against the wall, and I was smack. For like, I was getting like a 40-some odd hit combo on this broad. And at the end of the session, she said, you didn't get a hit on me. I was like, what? Hold on, wait a minute. Were you looking at the same battle as I was looking at it? What happened here? Like, the eventing was off. The mapping, I gotta say, man, the mapping, you didn't need all the space. You did not need all the space. And some of the way that you have the tiles placed just didn't make much sense. But I was okay with that. I'm okay with that. I got that. Fine. That's okay.
I really feel this too. You know, the developer, you know, developed the game as they knew how to work the engine. You know, I'm pretty sure a lot of these plugins probably aren't even used, you know, in the plugin list. You know, they just develop the game the way they know how to operate the engine. You can see that throughout the whole game with the eventing, with the self switches, with non-interactable characters, NPCs.
Yes.
You know, it feels like the game in each town that you go through is pretty much copy and paste. You're doing the same thing in each town you go to. I've been to 6 different towns. I was able to explore the different
You did way better
areas.
than me, brother. Because after that 129 mark, I hit that button quick. I was not going to try to go through the rest of this.
And to be honest, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I had to go the extra mile because I really feel like, you know, a lot of these developers don't have the gameplay that they can actually receive from other people. So that's why I decided to go a little bit further for this project, particularly because one, I was trying to understand
Why?
how are the reviews saying, you know, how are the reviews matching with what they're saying in this game. I had to see for myself. I had to see for myself. But it's a lot of game-breaking bugs in this game that could force you to start a new game every time. It's a lot of them. I ran in probably 5, 6, 7 of them. Game-breaking bugs.
I actually died in one of the tutorials when I actually had to fight her because I was just pressing the button, and because the inputs are so weird and the timing is so off, she finally got one in on me and killed me.
Oh wow!
I saw the game over screen.
Which is default.
Here we go. Yeah, it is. Here we go. Begin fighting. First man want to train you as fast as possible. No fighting seems to be a bit boring. Can't imagine everyone has to know before they know each other before they fight, which doesn't make any sense. I'm the instructor also. Very well. I'll ask you a question first. How many nights? So that's basically what it is. He's just asking the question, and everything is just a long, doggone, whatever bird bunch is a guy doing tutorial sounds about right. Whatever, man. But
well, yeah, I still don't know what this is supposed to be about. Like the story. There wasn't.
I'm
really
gonna sum it up a bit. All right, so you live in a place called Haffenden.
Yep.
Your sister is betrothed to marry another person from a different kingdom.
What's his name? Lothar from Luthania, something like that. No.
Yeah.
Dathmar.
Dorm something.
Dathmar.
So what happens currently? Your father is away. So after the tutorials and all that stuff, when you leave the castle, the town is attacked.
An hour later, by the way.
Yeah. The town is attacked, right? So you find out that your father has been killed. The king has been killed. and now you and your mother has to escape
with your sisters and your brother.
And your sister and your brother. Your sister is supposed to go to the kingdom where she is supposed to get married at.
Right.
Right. With the other, with the siblings.
Yep.
And you and the mother is supposed to go to another town, Rensel, to pretty much get amends and try to fix the situation. But it turns out, that failed. The mother ended up getting thrown in prison. Well, it's rumored that she's been killed, but your sibling has been thrown in prison and stuff like that. So it does have a story. It does have a story. When the father got killed, it definitely took an interest into trying to complete it and try to unveil most of the story. But the problem is the gameplay doesn't allow you to be interested in the story. That's the problem.
You can't, because the whole doggone thing, you are so inundated with idiotic quests that don't even make any doggone sense. There's way too many quests before the time you start the game, before you actually get down to the main meat, and you don't even care about the characters. I guess it was their kind of way of trying to make you care about the characters, see them as people, yada yada, this, that, and the first. You get through the whole thing, you don't even give a dog or half a dog's behind about any of them.
And also too, the only getting one line of dialogue at once, like what I'm seeing on the screen, it's actually hard for me to even remember what came right before it when it just scrolls past like that. Like it's yeah, and there's no faces obviously, so it just comes off as poor execution as far as I can tell.
Also, what's going on with this weird stuff going on at the whorehouse? Dude after dude gets getting murked, and for some reason or other, nobody puts two and two together that maybe it's not a good idea to go to this place. And the way they dying is just ridiculous. Oh, I think this
Not even that. There's a part when you're escaping. Like you eventually the whole town is under siege by the other kingdom. So you go be in the throne room and you go in the hidden tunnel. Not really hidden at all. The door is in plain sight next to the throne.
Yes.
You go in that door, you get a dialogue, you get introduced to those push puzzles. You push the the item or the obstacle on the floor switch.
Yep.
It tells you this. If you push the item against the wall, you will be trapped forever. So the developer is telling you that if you push the item against the wall,
you're done.
You would not be able to finish the puzzle at all, and you would be
soft lock
into the game, from progressing. You cannot progress any further. So if you made a save after you made that mistake, you're screwed, and you have to start all over again because there's no switch to reset the puzzle at all. There's no switches to reset the puzzle.
You want to know something?
So
I didn't even finish the puzzle. Later on in the footage, you're just going to see me just sit there, literally having the character look directly at the screen. I would say, you know what? I said, developer, screw you. I'm not. I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah, you get a tutorial dialogue, and it said, do not push the object against the wall because you won't be able to pull it back, and you're in a dark cave at that, so it's kind of hard to see the end of the wall.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So it's a lot of bad design that I wouldn't even touch with a 10-foot pole.
The question that has to be asked is why? Why?
Yeah.
Why do this? Why? Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah,
Why do it?
Yeah, this was bad. This is not.
Like, why?
This part right here, the puzzle.
Yeah.
The first quiz, you are given 20 questions to answer. 20.
Why?
So within the first 30 minutes of the game, there's no way a new player is going to be able to retain all of this information. It's even hard.
But all
it's even hard to play a regular game, a AAA game, and remember who the characters are.
But D, you're not even going to find out all the pertinent information anyway by the time you even get to there. Because by the time you even get through talking to people, some of them are not even going to give you the information necessary to even answer all those questions correctly anyway. And you don't have to do it the first time. You have to do it twice. At least you have to do it twice.
You get 3 attempts. You get 3 attempts to do the...
I'm not even talking about that. You got two different quizzes. You got the first one, then you have the second one. And then you got to try to brute force your way through both because you ain't going to get the answer the first time.
I can understand the second one because the second one is 5 questions.
The question is why?
The first one is 20 questions.
No, but why do it? Why? What's the point?
There's no reason to do it.
There's no point. There's no point. There's no reason.
According to the developer, this will come in handy later.
Then you should have had it later in the game. You were literally bogging down your gameplay with my.
I wouldn't even have I would not even have this unless it's an NPC that's probably have a mini game, like it's a mini game and you could win actual prizes for getting so many stuff right.
Correct, because when you don't get it right,
part of the story I would not have it for what? Like we're family members. Why are you quizzing me? You would think I would know something about my own sister.
And the fact that you'll see me trying to figure this out. Okay, so now I got to try to figure out where all the dogs are. And I'm actually asking people because, again, they're not going to give me the answer. I tried to skip past that to try to go see if I can fight. The broad didn't come nowhere, so she's not going to. So I literally had to go back to try to brute force my way through this nonsense just so I can get the other dog and quest activated so I can keep going on with this idiot.
Oh my goodness.
Man.
Oh man. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm done. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I mean, this is a commercial game though, so you gotta keep that in mind, guys.
All right. Is it my turn now? Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah.
But it's not often that I don't get to overtalk people. And my rant begins like even at opening the fucking game, to be honest. Like, why is this stupid splash art not skippable? Like, who does non-skippable splash arts? Nobody likes that.
Hey, screw you, man. I did that.
Yeah, same thing. Same feedback to you to take notes. So you either are a AAA company and everybody knows your name, so make it skippable. We know From Software made Dark Souls, right? I don't need to see From Software in Dark Souls. I can skip that shit. Second of all, you are not a AAA company and your name carries no weight whatsoever. So why is the first thing, like, I haven't even touched your game yet, but you felt the need to rub your name into my face and make it unskippable for no reason at all. Like, let me play your game. I don't need to know who you are, right? Non-skippable splash screens sucks. Make them skippable. Anybody who wants to watch them can watch them, but let me skip them if I don't want to see it.
Yeah,
what else do we have?
Yeah, I agree. I don't usually like those either. I don't.
Yeah,
do that
it's
in
like
my game. I just go right to the game.
Yeah, I understand having it there. Like, I have a splash art with my company name too, and that's all right. But make it skippable. Like, people may be okay with having it like non-skippable the first time, but like, what if I want to play your game again? I have to watch that stupid splash art every time? Are you serious? Why? Just make it skippable and there's not a problem, right? So that's number one. Then we got, again, no WASD. Dude, you're making a PC game. Give me WASD movement like a civilized person. Thank you. And next up, we have, again, no proper options menu. We have the year 2023, and you didn't even bother to go through the literal zero effort of putting keyboard and gamepad config, which are free, in your goddamn game. Why? Which also leads into the whole sound. If you had those goddamn options plugins, there would have been an option to disable the fucking message sound. But you didn't.
Also, the music was very...
Oh, don't even get me started on that fucking music, man.
Very repetitive.
Man, I practiced the piano, the game. Fuck. Man, I'm not even in the game yet, but yeah. The next point is like the horrible fucking game opening. So you start your game on a black fucking screen with a dialog box, which is already bad. And then you have a bunch of text there that doesn't mean anything. There's just blah 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 blah, time blah blah, kingdoms blah 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 blah, nobody gives a shit blah 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 blah, something about time blah. That's it. That's your intro. That's your game intro.
About time blah.
Nobody knows what that even means. Like the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Like there was some jank English in there.
Yeah, there
too.
was.
Like
yeah.
You cannot fall harder. Or what was it? I don't even remember what it was. There was some jank English in there, and I was like, what? Anyway, yeah, that's already a bad starter. Like, don't start your game on a black fucking screen with some nonsense dialogue nobody cares about. Like, it doesn't mean anything. Yeah, we all know how time works.
We all know how time works.
I mean, what kind of interesting tidbit did you learn in the intro? Like, yeah, there's time, and time's a concept and whatnot. Yeah, cool, but what does that have to do with anything?
Yeah, it is a common saying though. Patter is right. That the bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Correct.
Yeah, but they didn't say that.
They said something else.
They said something else.
It was something like the bigger they rise, or something like that.
The bigger they rise, the bigger they fall. Like what?
Yeah, the bigger they fall, or something like that. And I'm like, how do you fall bigger? What does it mean?
I can see if you said the bigger the impact you make when you fall, or something like that.
Hey, that was weird.
But even you know what? Idiotic figure intro aside.
Yeah, it makes no sense for it to be there. Like it doesn't add anything. It doesn't give you any knowledge about the world or the characters or anything. Like that text.
Hold on a second. I want y'all to see
nothing.
this. I want y'all to see this. You about to see me literally lambaste this chick from one end of the doggone room to the other. Now,
I'll get to that too. Oh my goodness.
Here we go. So now I finally figured out how to do it. I come from behind this chick. I said, smack ass, smack, smack, smack. I'm just literally just pacing this broad all over the wall. And here you go. You see me right? I think, look at this, look at this, look at this. And I'm just spanking that behind all up and down there. I'm just like right there. Like, don't you ever do this again. Never do this again. And she's like, I'm sorry, Daddy. I'm sorry. I know you sorry. I know you sorry, but do need to get this work. And I'm over here, and look at it. The counter keeps going up. 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 8, 39, 40. I got like 40 some odd hits. Then I finally end it. It finally gets to the end. And she got a couple of good hits in, but then here we go again. I got up against the corner. The combo keeps going. Then she finally she got tired of it at that point. Your technique is off. That's why you couldn't seem to get a hit on me. What the hell are you talking about? I literally just kicked your behind from one end of the doggone courtyard to the other. What are you talking about? It's the most insane thing ever. combat in there for that particular part. Then just say, have me just miss one, and then let the doggone thing in, and then you can say that. Don't after me just getting critical on you from hitting you from the back, not once, not twice, not 3 times. Then I'm spanking you with
You missed out. You missed out, my dude. Imagine fighting like 30
of these guys.
You hear me?
Oh man.
Imagine fighting 30 enemies at one time.
Man, this game is just ridiculous.
I'm looking at this. I'm sitting there. I'm thinking to myself, okay, this can't possibly be happening.
It happened, bro.
I did not just read this. This is an actual quest. A quest is me going to the dining room and eating, and this is me dashing. When I saw this, like, what the sandwich? Is he skipping? What the heck is he doing? Got the little flag guy, got the little cape behind him. Like, what? Then here's the other thing. The doggone things with the chairs, the man can literally walk right on through the chairs. Firstly, secondly, when you do the whole follow the leader thing, when you have the followers behind him, he's like, for some reason or other, like they didn't pay attention to how the sprite looks on the sheet or whatever. It's like he's almost floating above everybody else for some reason.
Yeah. It's off-putting by a couple of pixels.
Yeah, like what's going on? It's like, come on, bro. And
yeah,
then
the sprite wasn't formatted right. Like if you dash to the left, you can see the feet of the sprite that's located above well. Like it's not formatted right.
I didn't see that. Then when you
I got a couple of nitpicks like that. Also, shut the fuck up. You said you're going last.
What? No. Hey, hell with this. Fuck that. No. You're gonna hit my mouth. No.
Don't you dare taking my role in this podcast.
This got to be said. No. When you get to the part where they're telling you that the town's being taken over, right? Okay, fine. Okay, great. Stupid, but fine. I get it. Especially the way you did it. But okay, fine. You get to the part where you're talking to your siblings or whatever, and the doggone bus don't even match the doggone pacing of the doggone state. These people are smiling and laughing and everything else. This ain't what they're smiling and laughing nothing about. You're supposed to be sad. You're supposed to be shocked. You're supposed to be scared. Not the stereotypical smiling of the first freaking bus that you get that comes with freaking RPG Maker. Come on, bro. You could have done better than this. You could have at least taken the time to at least try to align the faces with what's going on with the story. You literally did, I gotta be honest, you literally did nothing. You just had a bunch of good ideas and you just threw them in there. You didn't have it play tested. You didn't have it get any kind of feedback. Nothing like this. And then you kept bugging Harlequin about this to play this doggone game because you knew he was going to be at least somewhat more composed, even if he was going to give you a good old-fashioned thrashing. No.
Hold on. Let me ask Harlequin a question. How did you meet this developer? Like, how did this come into play?
He or they or whatever sent me an email if I wanted to review. I think they found me on Twitter, perhaps. Let me see. Yeah, he found my Twitch channel, maybe over Twitter or some shit like that. So they asked me to review the game. So I said, listen, I'm not really doing reviews anymore, but I'm like part of a podcast with like 4 RPG Maker dudes doing like reviews on them games, and I can offer him to get it on there if he was willing to provide 4 keys instead of just 1 for me. And then I sent them like the link of the podcast channel. I sent them the link of our Discord channel, so they should know what they signed up for. Like I gave them all the information they needed, so
they
know what they've gotten themselves into. Like if they checked out any of the other podcast episodes, they know that I'm an asshole, right? So they should know what they got themselves into, at least. So that's how it happened.
Yeah.
They didn't even join the Discord as far as I can tell, which is kind of weird. Like you
would you?
Yeah. I mean, if I'm reaching out to like D7 and be like, yo, can you play my game? And he's like, yeah, sure. Here's the whatever podcast. Here's a Discord. You can chat with us. You can meet the other developers. Maybe get some more feedback or whatever. Yeah, I'd be joining that Discord. Why not? Right?
And it has been pretty good, actually.
Yeah, that's why I sent it to him.
Yeah, I really like the Discord that we've got going on because
we're
actually like even the developers of games we've been reviewing, we're like working together and helping each other out with different little problems. And it's like it's been really productive actually.
Yeah, but most people like who are not active on other servers are very active on ours.
Yeah, we definitely got something nice here.
We're doing something good here.
Yeah, we are. But look. Look,
you still not done yet.
Look. You got look. Damn it, let me cook, cause I got to get this out. Look, this don't make no good doggone sense, brother. It doesn't. Brother, sister, whoever saying who you are, whatever spectrum you're on this one, but if you want to, whatever, fine. Look, what you have here, the whole thing all the way around, I gotta be honest with you.
Like it's reversed.
It's come off kind of pretentious a little bit to a bit. Like you're trying to be very erudite. You're trying to be very genteel. You're trying to be very haughty in what you got here. And that's fine. I get that. Everybody wants to try to make some kind of a good impression when they're making the game. I get that. Fine. However, you cannot do that. And then when one of you at the same time have a quest that says go chill in the East Corridor. You can't do something like that. You can't have that, and you have so many different things in your game that are completely not even functioning properly. The eventing isn't done correctly. The eventing isn't done correctly. You haven't done the eventing right. You haven't even done the eventing for the doggone action sequencing right. You haven't have a logical progression and how the story is supposed to be. Your pacing is
all the way slow. on the other side of the courtyard is the pacing.
Exactly. You are way too slow with this. You are literally, and I gotta be honest with you, you hate your players. You hate your players. This is where I died, right there. You hate your players because you want to waste their time.
Yeah, it's a weird combination of things. Like, I mean, I hope.
I'm not gonna say. Go ahead, simple.
I do hope that this is like a first-time project because it definitely plays like one, right? They found all these cool plugins and they just put them all over in their project, and they probably didn't even change any parameters or anything.
They didn't.
Just plug and play that shit, right?
Yeah.
And that's how it plays. Like, there's a whole bunch of shit in there, but it looks like ass. Like, it's cool that you have these battler sprites as like instead of faces, but on the other hand, why are they on the right side? Like, for one, you start reading on the left side. That's where your eye goes first. That's where the face should be. That's where the name box should be. Why is your sprite on the other end of the fucking screen? I'm not even gonna see who's talking because some sentences aren't even long enough to move to the right side of the screen. I'm not even looking over there. Then your cutscenes are boring as fuck. Like, nothing happens. It's just sprites standing there doing nothing.
Exactly. Oh!
I triggered another point.
I got to this point where I got through talking to this dude, and what happened? His brother Richard was in one part of the hall, but then when you go out, he was also in the East Courtyard too. And then when you go back, he was still in the dog. I'm like, bruh, this doesn't make no dog. Then I got
his brother is just omnipresent. Leave him be.
He's omnipresent.
I got more nitpicky things because I knew all of you guys would be hating the gameplay anyway, so I did more nitpicky things like the thing with the busts. And yeah, if your game has such a massive save file that it causes like frame drops, why the fuck do you save and then fade out the screen like a fucking amateur? Like, fade out the screen and then save so nobody fucking sees it.
Yes.
Right? That's a simple thing. That's like zero effort stuff. There's so much beginner mistakes in this game that I cannot fathom that anyone who has worked with RPG Maker, at least for a little bit, would be thinking that this would be a good commercial idea. Like, I cannot understand. It's weird. Like, it plays like a first-timer project, but on the other hand, why are you going with an action combat system in RPG Maker, which is already a bad idea because the hitboxes are always ass.
Yes.
There is like I think 1 or 2 games that actually pulled it off like decently with the hitbox shit.
There was.
But there's like 1 or 2 games out there that did it decently, where it's actually a thing. But usually action combat in RPG Maker is always ass. Because it's like an event that spawns in front of the player some shit, and the hitboxes is weird, and it's still tile-based movement, so yeah, it's just jank. Like, don't do action combat in RPG Maker, please. Just don't.
If you are going to do it, make sure that you actually test the doggone thing out.
Yeah, that's the next point. Like, as you've seen in the tutorial, right? You gotta smack this bitch like 45 times for the tutorial to end.
Dog, I had her hemmed up in the corner so many times.
Yeah. And all the enemies are like that. Like, there is no AI. It's just random bullshit. Like, she just randomly throws knives and randomly hits and randomly runs around it. There's no AI in there. There's no program. It's just random shit. And why... Who thought that was a good idea? Like, even as a developer, as you playtest this section, right? As you playtest this tutorial, and did you really think it was fun to slap this bitch 45 times in order for the fucking tutorial to end? Like, I don't understand. How can anyone think that's a good idea?
That was just that.
There's no mechanics to learn, right?
Exactly.
It's just hit the action button. Like, there's nothing else to do. Like, you can press, I believe it was Q to block, but that doesn't matter anyway. It's just perma-stun anyway. You don't need to block. What for?
Because all you got to do is just maneuver a certain way. She swings, get her up on the corner, smack.
Exactly. That's not a thought out system. It's just plug in. And no configuration, just push the plugin in there and that's it. That's the game design. So I don't know. That's why I hope it's like a first-time project, because I cannot explain how anyone with any experience would have made this and thought this was a commercial-worthy game. I cannot explain it. And I didn't even get to the mapping. I didn't even write anything about the mapping because my god, like, the mapping is super bad. Like, they use FSM Tiles, which looks nice for the most part, but the thing is, that alone doesn't make a good map.
No, it doesn't.
You need people in your maps, you need shadows in your maps. Like, even in the beginning sections of the game, like, there's this bridge kind of thing, where the chest is behind, like, in the first. Like, there's no shadow under that bridge.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a simple thing. Like, come on, dude.
And you couldn't do that?
Couldn't even do that. And you had this idea of having item pop-ups, right? Like a real game. But you still put in all the dialogue boxes for every fucking chest. Like an idiot. Like, you literally went quick event creation, made your treasure chests, and like after like 50 hours of making this goddamn game, you installed a item pop-up plugin, but you still left the message boxes in. Again, like a damn idiot, or like someone who just doesn't put enough effort into this game. I don't fucking know what it is, but it's lazy,
bruh.
The quest log system is the same thing.
Correct.
I'm pretty sure it's just the default Yanfly journal.
Probably.
Pretty sure. But, like, you didn't even go through the effort of even, like, in the story quests, right? So none of them get marked as done, ever. They're all active at all times. Even though there are plugin commands for that. You can set a quest to done. So it's grayed out, so it's not as confusing.
You're right. I completely skipped that part because everything else was so booty butt cheeks about this doggone game. I completely skipped past it.
Yeah, that's why I picked these nitpicks, because I knew you wouldn't. Yeah, so there's that. And then even like just filling out the steps, like you have a main quest description, and in that quest description you tell the player what to do instead of using the steps part, the what to do part of the plugin to describe to the player what to do. So it's just empty. The reward section empty. Like even if you just put nothing there or empty or whatever, it would have been looking nicer and more professional than just leaving it empty for no reason. Because when the main story quests never give you any rewards, it just looks weird. It just looks unprofessional.
It looks lazy.
If you don't have any rewards, then don't have a reward section in your quest log. Right? Why is there a reward section that's always empty?
Question: why
Makes
even
no
have
sense.
a quest system for something as mundane as going and freaking forth to the doggone hall?
I mean, I like the quest log, right? But the next nitpick is, why do you go out of your way to disable the quest window that's active on screen? Why do I have to always check the main menu, go into the damn journal to check what I need to do? Because your game is fucking boring. I don't remember what I need to do.
Yeah.
Right? So I gotta go in the menu every couple of steps because everything looks the same and everything is the same and everything, I don't know, do I need to go to the fucking courtyard again or not? I don't remember. Right? And it's just overall frustrating to use. And then like the dialogue, like I stopped caring about the game as soon as the dialogue started playing. Yeah, not only the sound effect, but it's also too fast for me. Like I'm a slow reader and I'm not a native English speaker, so my reading is probably even a bit extra slow due to me like being not a native speaker. So I couldn't even follow the text if I wanted to. So the cutscenes just happened. I don't know who talked. I don't know who these characters are.
You don't even care.
I don't know what's happening. I don't know anything. So since I couldn't follow the first few dialogues, I just stopped caring and just skipped through the rest.
Yep.
Because I couldn't follow the text anyway. Where's the point in starting to follow midway when I already missed half the shit? So, I don't know. And then suddenly I have to do a trivia. A mandatory fucking trivia.
Yes, a mandatory one.
Like, what the fuck? Why would you have that there? Like, a trivia is ass. Almost nobody likes that. So what you do for the people who like that kind of shit, you make it optional. You give them a nice prize if they can finish it. You give them an achievement, a pat on the back, I don't know what. But you don't put it as a mandatory fucking thing in your game. I wasn't even realizing it's mandatory because the fucking quest just told me to go to the courtyard for the 100th time. So I went there and nobody's there. Surprise, you gotta finish the trivia first.
Correct.
And that's where I wanted to quit first. So what I did is like I just skipped through the trivia 3 times and oh, surprise, surprise, if you fail it 3 times then you can continue for whatever reason. So why was this thing even there? I don't know. It's pointless, it's annoying. Don't have it there. Period.
The whole
There's no reason.
daggone game is a series of asking why. Why do this? Why? Why do it?
Yeah, it's weird. Like, why are there multiple days in the castle? Like, I played for an hour. I never left the castle.
No, you did
I didn't even get to that part because there was just text and go to the courtyard, go to eat, go to the courtyard. Yes.
Yeah, I have a question. So D7 played to pass that. He played a lot.
Yeah, he played like 12 hours or some shit.
And so it doesn't pick 12 hours. So
it looks like.
So does it?
I'm not kidding, man. I'm not kidding.
After you get out of the castle, does it get better? Does it pick up?
No.
What you play here is the same throughout the whole game.
Yeah, I was watching the streams, man. We missed nothing.
Like the future battles, like no lie, you fight 30 NPCs at once.
Yeah, look, D7 has 93 hours on record for the Odarian accounts.
Oh,
I'm not kidding. This is
my
literally
God.
what it says on
I
Steam.
left it on overnight.
Yeah,
guys.
but even then, like remove 9 hours from that, and you're still over the 20s.
I think I have like, in all fairness, about 8 hours of gameplay.
But like, how
That's
did you
way too
even
much.
survive that shit?
That's way too much.
I'm not even halfway through my nitpicks.
You gotta give, when you're in this business, when you're in this let's play business, you know, I try to treat every game as, you know, any other game. I try to give it a chance. I try to give it a chance. Like me, I personally wouldn't feel, you know, I put my effort to the game if I didn't at least give it a couple hours, probably 3-4 hours. You know, I try to get every game I play. I try to give at least a few hours, even off stream, because you play different when you're not streaming. You play different. Yeah, the game is different as well. But you know, even off stream, bro, it's crazy. Like, it's like, man, I wasn't going to stream this morning, but I was like, you know what? I got to do a live stream of this game.
Yeah, you had to show us the puzzle breaking stuff with the no resets.
Y'all not going to believe this mess. Y'all
yeah,
not.
I needed to see that.
I believe it. You want to know why? Because at the end of the footage, I'm going to tell you again. I got to the part where you had to do the buttons, and I kept doing it, go back and forth, trying to get the doggone green buttons. You know what I'm talking about, D. Trying to get those doggone those green buttons to work and trying to get them in the right place. And I literally did it for like a little bit, and then I literally, and I lie to you not, I turned the entire party towards the screen and did not a doggone thing else until that hour and 30 minutes was done. I literally had the characters looking and say, "Screw you, developer! Screw you for doing this."
The buttons, you gotta hit them in order.
Yeah. And I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna look. My time was up. It's almost up. I'm not gonna try to figure out my way and try to get the correct order of the buttons in this bull crap game. You made me wait an entire hour just to get to this doggone point.
The problem is when you hit the right button, there's no confirm noise or anything. It is already dark.
Yeah, it does that. It does that little noise when the spikes get drawn in. It does that.
Nothing. That's it. You don't even know when the doggone puzzle is clear. So I was like, you know what? Screw you, developer. Screw you. I'm good.
It's just like, I feel like they had a decent idea, maybe. But like the execution has so many like beginner mistakes just from start to finish. Like there's so many things that the first timer would do. Like, oh man, this plugin is cool. Let's use it, right? And oh man, let's do this trivia of all my cool characters that nobody cares about, but I'm not realizing it because I never made a game before, right? And stuff like that. Oh, let's make this cool button puzzle, but completely screw that up. And oh my goodness, let's make this boulder, not boulder, like this stone plate puzzle. But tell the player they cannot push it towards
what's the point of that?
the fucking wall.
You have to do it anyway to complete the doggone puzzle.
Yeah, but like if you don't even know how to make like a reset button for your damn puzzle, man, as hard as it sounds, don't make a commercial game if you don't even know that.
This would have been better off if it was just somebody's first project that they weren't trying to get money for. That makes sense.
Yeah, just put that shit on itch, or ask some people to give you feedback, get into the community, learn some things. But this is not commercial worthy, not at all,
bruh.
No matter how you look at it, it has even like basic options missing. If you make a game and have like the default RPG maker options in there, it's not commercial worthy. Period.
Man,
like a game in 2023 needs WASD, needs controller support. Otherwise, don't even put it on Steam. Like that's just basic quality of life these days. You can get away with that kind of options menu like 30 years ago. But not nowadays. I mean, it's true.
yeah. I'm just.
Like, how can you not have rebindable keys on a PC game?
Yeah, that's true. But
like, come on, dude.
This game is using at least 50 plugins.
Yeah, and none of them are options menu. Like, what if I was disabled? Like, what? I can even raise the fucking non-inclusivity flag here and go completely nuts.
They have the optioncore.js plugin.
Yeah, but they haven't turned it on.
The controller does not work by default with Steam. I actually had to use a third-party app called Joy the Key in order to use the controller.
Yeah, I think RPG Maker by default, I don't even know. Like, absolutely vanilla RPG, does it even register a controller?
Yeah, it doesn't.
MV does.
I'm not even sure. Like, I never bothered with it. I always had the plugin in there because
VS doesn't. VS doesn't.
I wonder how that happened then. Like, how do you mess up your game so much that the controller doesn't even work?
Maybe. Well, there might be options in some of the plugins to disable controller by default or something like that. Maybe that's something like that.
But I mean, they would have need to go out of their way to disable that.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. I didn't really see it when I did that either. But you know, I got to look back over that. Make sure.
I have used so many plugins. I've not heard of one that disables controller by default.
Yeah, I gotta look at that. I gotta
Unless you're looking for a plugin that disables the controller by default. Like no other plugin just does that.
Well,
I've not heard of it.
And this scene right here, what does this got to do with the story?
Not a diggity.
Man.
Dude's getting murked in a whorehouse. Why? What is going on?
They about to run a train on this girl right here. They about to run a train on her.
And they both died. And they do it in the most inane way. So they're like, what's this? And that's it. And it goes, it's just like, LOL, they're dead. That's it. That's all it is. It doesn't make any doggone.
It's just a bunch of random shit. Like, oh, wouldn't it be cool? Like, you know, back in the day in RPG Maker 2K when every fucking RPG needed a whorehouse. Every game had one
because edgy teenagers got a hold of it, and
because they absolutely needed that. And this is like this game. Like it feels like some you know bright-eyed blue or whatever the saying goes. You know,
bright-eyed boy.
Yeah, got into RPG Maker, made his first little game. You know, found all these cool plugins and put them in their game, but didn't know how to operate any of them. And then just said, man, I can put shit on Steam. Let's do that. Let's give it a $350 price tag.
You literally wasted $100 for this.
Man. You got 2 reviews in what was it, a half a year? Like, man, you did not do your homework. Like, neither in game design nor in anything else, not in marketing, not in nothing. Like you just went out there, made something, put it on Steam, and
called it a day.
You can do that. It is not, as D7 said, you're in your right to do that. You can do that.
You are. Like you can't deny.
Yeah.
You're in your right to do that.
I already said it though. Just because something is not illegal doesn't mean you should do it.
I agree.
You know, you are in your right to sell that crap, but is it a good idea? I don't know.
Nah.
If it's a one-off game, maybe you can just do it and not give a shit. If you plan on doing more games, and anyone who's played this game knows you're a trash developer, they're not gonna buy your second game.
Yeah, that's true.
So is it really a good idea to put something like that on Steam? I don't know. Probably not.
Yeah, I wish I had somebody told me that before I did that. But you know what?
If I see a game by Foster Games on Steam, I'm gonna click the ignore button faster than I can close Steam. Because I already know it's trash. Maybe they improved it. Maybe their second game is good, but I've already played the first game, and it was so horrible. I'm not gonna spend money on any other game they make.
How much you think they spent to make this game?
Not that much.
I mean, you had it on the stream, like they technically. I mean, maybe they bought FSM, maybe they stole it from somewhere else. Who the fuck knows?
Wow.
But at least they have like FSM tile said they have some other custom things. I saw some free trees in there too, and what else is there? They paid for the engine and for the Steam cost.
Also, the custom art for the title.
The title screen is pretty much the only thing that's good about this game.
You know what? That's right.
Pandamaru trees.
Yeah, I saw those free trees. Like that's Pandamaru, and they have some like the food items are some kind of free stuff too, I believe.
In different ones.
Like the fruit bowl and stuff is not part of FSM, and the chairs and the table is not part of FSM either, I believe. But yeah, they paid around, let's say, like with the engine and Steam and FSM, they paid around, as you said on the stream, around $130 perhaps. Maybe they got MV on a sale, so maybe they just paid $110 or some shit like that. I don't know, but it's at least $100 for the Steam is what they paid.
That's it, man.
And they're not getting the money back. No way.
This is the look. You know what? Okay, we getting down to the part of the game, the podcast, where we give a suggested retail price based on our experience.
I got one more thing though. I got one more thing about the combat too. Like I didn't get to that part yet.
No, you know what? No, okay, we'll hold off on it. Go ahead.
Yeah, like one part, the system is shit. We already established that. Like most of us have seen D7 play the combat, so that's absolute ass. It has no mechanics whatsoever that are needed. Like you just push the action button. But also, like for an action game, for it to take over 2 hours to even get to the action part, that's mind-boggling to me. Like you make an action game and don't let your player experience the action in your game for 2 hours?
You hate your
Trivia
players.
is the action.
You serious?
You hate your players.
Trivia is the action.
Yeah, probably. I mean, can you imagine you start Elden Ring and then you have to slog through 2 hours of dialogue before you see your first enemy?
You hate your players with a passion greater than 1,000 suns.
Yeah. Either that or they just didn't know any better, which is really what I hope for them. That they just some first timer who have no idea what you're doing. That's what I'm hoping. If they knew what they were doing, they're just hating the player. I don't know.
I'm gonna say this, and there's no nice way of saying this. I don't want to see you post not a doggone thing else until this game is fixed. I don't care if you have to redo the thing all over again from scratch. I don't want you to sleep. I don't want you to eat. I don't want you to do nothing else but fix this game.
Man, who would have imagined that Omi could one day be more savage than Harlequin?
I'm trying to be nice.
I agree. Like, well, I'm not gonna say post stop them from creating new projects.
No. I'm saying no. Say it because they have nothing. They have nothing else better to do. Because if you're going to have this out here as a product, you got to dedicate yourself to fixing it.
Let me finish.
I'm sorry. You know, you're right. I'm sorry.
So, let me check the Steam page real quick.
I mean, there's a lot more to criticize too. Like the quest names, Quest 13 activated. Like, why?
And even
the game came out October 2nd.
They had so many quests that they actually messed up the doggone order. Restarted at 2 and then went to 3. That's how many quests they had. They even lost track of the number of quests that they had. This game is freaking ridiculous, man.
Man, D7 had like quest 116 activated at some point. That was funny.
Oh man.
Okay, so the last update was performed March 19, 2023. The only day they fixed, we had made some minor updates to actual game fixes, some grammatical errors found throughout, and had made some tweaks to a mini game that wasn't performing as intended.
Lord,
man, not even your treasure chests are performing as intended. Get out of here, man. Fix your damn game.
Lord have mercy. And that's all they did.
So they're speaking we. we.
So it's a team making this.
Hey, I mean, that doesn't mean anything. I say we all the time.
They're from the UK, so I'm going to assume more than one person. Well, when they say we, more than one person is working on it, but I don't think so.
Nah, I say we all the time. Bro.
This is just one person.
Probably.
Project. This is a one guy project. There's no way 2 or 3 or more people working on this. Ain't no way.
Nope. No way.
Unless the both of you are
blind.
Is
still the same.
Unless
like we the people.
No,
people do that, or like on Twitter and stuff like that. I also say we, like we as like the company, but it's just me.
You know.
But I'm not speaking as me.
The other people who do that are people who have multiple personality disorder. That's those one. Those two. So
in the email
myself,
they
and I
sent
look
me,
themselves. Them dudes.
In the email they sent me, they said I'm an indie game developer and publisher. So I guess it's just this person. They have not mentioned any other people.
Man, tried to play this on a Steam Deck,
and they probably broke the Steam Deck in frustration.
On Steam Deck, they say.
Y'all done lost. Dude has lost his mind.
I mean, the game has no Steam Deck tag though. Like,
no.
So that's fine.
No. So
that's only a problem if you claim it works and it doesn't. Then it's a problem. If you don't claim it works and it doesn't work, then there's no complaint.
Yeah. All right. So now we're gonna get down to the part where we can give a price for this doggone thing. I'm gonna go last. Harlequin.
Come on, Indy. You would easily spend $10 on this.
No. I need to hear everybody else's price first before I say it, because I'm about to say something real mean. So what's your price?
What can I say, man? I really feel like I want my 1 hour back. To be honest, like that was painful to play. Like, give me my time back, please.
So 0 for you, Doug.
Yeah, 0 for me as well. I do want that hour and a half of my time of my life back.
Free 99. DJ is savage. Okay, D7, what you got, brother?
Oh man, y'all gonna hate me for this.
He's gonna be pricing it on some future potential again. Watch.
If the game's supposed to ran the way it's supposed to be.
You got to
with
know.
All bugs, all maps fits, everything fits. I would say free. Free.
Shit, that's savage, man. With everything fixed, still free? Damn.
I'm sorry, I cannot pay for this game. I tried to give this game, guys. I tried to give this game a run to the best of my ability.
Yeah,
I really did.
You really did.
Y'all saw me making songs for this game. Y'all saw me leaning to the side of my chair, about to fall out. Y'all even saw me sleeping for like a while, and I didn't even know I was streaming. I'm like, oh
yeah, the Twitch stream.
So I'm like, yeah, I can't. Free. This is free. I can't pay for this. I'm sorry.
I'm going to give this game a grand total of, drum roll please, -$15. I want some of the money that Steam got from this dude to put this game on. I want my money back, and I want his money that he got from putting this on Steam. I want $15 of his money for this. This is flipping ridiculous.
I mean, if I knew we could be going in the negatives, I guess Doug and me also want our money back and his money too, because we want our lifetime back. So that's at least $20 each.
So okay, so we're gonna go 0. So wait a minute, you want?
Man, I'm 20. Expensive. Like for an hour, I'm taking 20.
So -20 for you, -20 for Doug, and 0 for him. So altogether, that comes out to -$55. If you divide that by 4, it is $13, -$13.75. That's what the player should be. Every person that tries to get this game should be paid to play it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm calm right now, but to be honest, like this game made me mad. and that's not easily accomplished. Like I legit rage quit this game because it was just so annoying to play.
Hey, what, dude, dog? Like I said before, at the end of this recording, you are literally going to see me just standing there, just standing there. I stopped. I just nope. No,
I mean, yeah, but that's what I always do, right? I'm just like most of the games, I'm just bored, so I stop. But with this game, I was legit mad. I was pissed at this game because it was just so frustrating.
I recorded myself stopping. If that was a way that I could have made the doggone character flip the developer arm on screen, I would have done it.
Gotta pay $3.99 for the DLC for that.
If whatever I needed to do to get to that part to do that is what I did. I stopped in protest. It's like no way, Dev. Yeah. No. See, you got me for an hour and a half because I had to do it for the podcast. You ain't gonna get not another doggone minute of my time, especially trying to figure out how to solve an idiotic doggone button puzzle.
Check this out. I'm gonna ask the D757 crew. Look, if y'all want me to finish this game, you gotta super chat me $30. $30. Super chat me $30. Cash App.
I don't, brother. I'm not gonna pay.
Look, that's the first game D7 is hiding behind the paywall.
$30 if you want to see the end of this game. You want to see the epic story, the epic ending,
brother,
the epic combat system.
Yeah. That's actually another thing, right?
I love you.
Wasn't
too
the
much
game advertising that
not
shit
to do
somewhere?
That, I love you too much.
$30.
I love you too much to do that to you, brother. I love you too much. I'm not gonna pay you $30 to do that to yourself. I love you too much for that, brother. I'm not gonna let you do that to yourself. I'm not gonna let you do that to yourself, brother. I'm not.
Super chat.
Did you check out the gifts they have on the page with the fireballs from the king though? Like imagine like they had to record this, right? So what they did is just standing there waiting for the attack to happen, because if they actually played the game, they would have realized that you just smack the king and stunlock them. Like that's the gameplay.
Look, the fireball happens on cue, right? But
and the dialogue happens afterwards.
The dialogue happens like a minute after he cast the spell.
Oh, that was ridiculous on the stream. Like he cast the fireball, D7 kept smacking him, and then he said his line, and suddenly he was dead.
So
let it rain, and then one more hit, and he was dead.
That's just dumb, man. This is just. I couldn't get myself to do this. There's no way.
As I said, I just really hope they are first-time dev and then just made a big mistake doing this.
Not because a big mistake.
If they knew what if they knew what they were doing, Lord have mercy on their soul, because that's not good.
If you knew what you're doing and you set out to deliberately do this just to be a douche,
you're gonna be in hell.
Everybody said D7, you're gonna hate me for this.
Did he just give you 30? You did not super chat him no dog on $30.
He better not send me no $30, bro. I'm gonna refund that so quick. And he did. Oh my God.
He actually did.
He actually did, bro. He actually did.
Man, look.
I mean, you said everybody from the D7 crew has to do it, right? So just Birdie is not enough.
Oh my God. I'm about to refund this.
Yeah, you're gonna
have to send it back.
Cause
I'm about to send it back,
brother. This man.
Man, don't you love the music in this game, D7, man? You love the music, right? The same track on every map.
Gosh. He actually did it. He actually sent me $30, guys. Look, deal's a deal.
Man, look, if even the three nice guys on this podcast are more savage than me, how much does that tell you about the game? Like, in all honesty,
is booty.
And you know what, Bird Butt? I think I can't even continue on with the game. No lie, like for real, what I'm supposed to do?
Oh yeah,
unlock. So
yeah, you tried for like an hour, right? You went everywhere for like an hour.
I'm gonna go ahead and send you your money back, my dude. because like I can't progress in the story.
This brother's smiling. Both of these idiots are smiling. All hell's raining down on them, and now they can't even. They freaking so doggone scared. They're smiling. Oh, keep smiling, keep shining.
That's the thing, though.
Count on me. Looking at
that's exactly the thing, though. The plugin they're using, they only show like busts of the battler sprite. There is they only had so many options. Like they would have need to edit the images, which they probably couldn't.
No, they couldn't. They went through all that, so they couldn't figure out what they're doing. They just lazy.
I don't know, man. Like I don't edit shit either, right? I just pay people. But if you want to go the cheap way and you can't edit, then that's a problem, right?
I went back in the castle, the doggone door rolled up into the doggone sky. And then here's another doggone thing. You just found out your father died. Now you're gonna act all nice and composed. I gotta figure out about that later.
Wait a minute. Why is there faces on the dialogue now?
That's what I'm saying.
What?
All this time.
What happened?
All this time you didn't have.
Hold on. Bird Bunch, I sent you your money back. I sent your money back, Birdie.
See, this is ridiculous.
Weird.
You could have. If that's what you want to do, why not just leave the faces in there just from the giddy up? Why do the thing with the little animation from the battler side, the battler set or wherever?
But why the auto scroll and then have like normal dialogue boxes too?
Yeah,
like
what's that all about?
That's just inconsistent.
Yeah,
that's so weird.
It's just idiotic, man. Just so many It's not even a wasted opportunity. So many just bad decisions on top of bad decisions on top of bad decisions on top of bad decisions.
Bad decisions and oversight, like with the treasure chest, right? Why does this dialogue box even pop up? Like, first of all, it's useless. You already have a pop-up plugin going. Second of all, you didn't even bother putting the right items. Like, you probably made the treasure chests, put an item there, like quick event creation. That automatically does the dialogue box for you, right? So later in the game, you change the item in the box, but didn't bother changing the dialogue box.
Yeah.
But also had the pop-up plugin in that shows the correct item now, and it's just all jank. Like that's so lazy and oversight. Like, come on, dude. You have a commercial game here. You can't just have jank like that in your game.
Hey, he knew what he was doing. He was like, nope. That's why
I hope he didn't, man. I hope he didn't.
Check this out. All the throne rooms, the whole throne rooms is pretty much, the same.
Yeah.
Just different design, but it's one chair. And that's it. Like, I don't know. Like,
that's why I usually avoid throne rooms, because aside from like statues and pillars, there's not so much you can put in there. Like, I don't know, throne rooms always look boring, I feel. I don't know.
I can definitely feel you on that. You
could put in some stairs perhaps, and as I said, some pillars, some statues, some, I don't know, maybe some benches on the side, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, but that's every map in this game. It's just big and empty.
They're over here talking about this nonsense. You could have been, okay, I'm glad you guys were here. You could have had your behind at the doggone door. Let's get the Sam Hill out of here instead of just going through all this useless, idiotic, and name-freaking dialogue for no reason.
Oh, you said it on stream. The auto-scroll happens, apparently, so the player can lean back and enjoy the story.
Yeah. The player, this is designed for the player to lay back and just focus on the story.
According to the dev, apparently, that is the story.
Yes, that sounds feasible. Look at this.
Look, man.
Y'all just mad. Y'all just upset.
The soldier, where's the soldier? Where's the soldier?
They made it to Steam. They got a game on Steam.
Who's Lamar?
Man, I got a game on Steam too.
Me too.
Fuck that. Look, man, I got full-on voice acting in my game, right? And even I let the player push the action button to continue. And not just let it play. Jesus Christ, maybe they need to take a piss.
Because y'all don't have the cool dialogue with the text, the little sound effect. Y'all just mad because Y'all just upset because you don't got action. Y'all game's not an ARPG like this game.
No,
you know,
this ain't no
I feel a lot
ARPG.
of
This is a
hate right
CRAP. This is what the Sam Hill this is. This ain't an ARPG. This is a CRAP. This is what it is. It's crap.
Oh my God, y'all crazy.
This is what this is. This is what this is.
And you can't make a song from your music.
Man,
like
one
this
man,
game.
me. I want to see you try and make one song and then just use different instruments for every song in the game.
And then loop
Hey,
it
I'm gonna just pull this game up
eternally
and make
through the
me a
game,
million
through
bucks.
the whole game, through the whole thing. Literally driving your player insane. Literally driving your player to the point of insanity. I'm talking about in the mouth of madness type of crazy. That's what the Sam Hill is going on.
Man, I actually like the music. Like in the beginning of the game, I thought it was kind of quirky and
you want to know
kind
what
of
that
fitting.
is? You know what it is?
But man,
you've come to love your captor. That's what the Sam Hill they call it.
No.
That's what the problem is.
No. I'm not having Stockholm syndrome, my guy.
No, that's what's happened. That's what happened to you to this point. You've loved your captor at this point.
When I started the game, I thought the music was kind of okay. Like for the scene we're in, like this, just little notes playing. I don't know, but yeah, it never changed. Like it was the same in every scene.
Man, look.
And watching D7 play it, I saw that it never changes throughout the game. Like the track seems to be the same, but different instruments instead. That's what it sounded like, and it just got worse over time.
The music didn't bother me at first, but then as it droned on, it started hitting my brain weird, and like I was like,
but it was okay when it started, right? It wasn't too bad. Like it's better than Theme 6.
No,
Theme 6 is better.
Yeah, I'd rather have Theme 6 than this.
You only hear it so many times, but this you hear it all day.
Yeah, that's crazy. My point. Like I thought it was okay when I started the game, but like not for 20 hours straight. Jeez, let's change it up a little.
And I'm over here trying to figure out the path in here. This didn't make no doggone sense. What was the thing about the water? I didn't make. What was that all about? That didn't make.
It bring the bridge up.
Okay, so I got that part. So that part I figured out. So now here's where I go through here, and I think I'm gonna walk around trying to figure out that other puzzle. I'm trying to look around and see what's happening. I got this chest right over here. Grip. I don't know why we got a grip. We already have a grip, but fine. We got another grip for whatever reason. Fine. We got all the grips. Why? Who knows? I go up the steps, kind of figure this stupid thing with the slabs. Don't push them against the wall, but you got to push them against the wall so you can complete the doggone puzzle. But the devs tell you not to do that because who knows?
That's like the worst part for me, kind of like if you have to tell your player they can actually lock themselves because you didn't know how to make a reset button, which is weird.
Yes.
Because like by default, events reset if you leave the map, right?
Yes.
So a reset button is nothing else than fading out the screen, teleporting the player to an empty fucking map,
correct,
teleport him back, and fade in the screen. Voila, the fucking puzzle is reset.
And
so
look,
the only thing
you saw he found a grip, but he just actually got a medicine instead.
Yeah, that's what I was talking
about.
So basically, so the only thing I can think about why they couldn't make a reset button is probably they didn't know how to save the player location.
What was the point of the doggone fire? What was the point of the torches?
You can only light them when you get those lined up, and they just get rid of the spikes.
But I did that before that happened.
The fire just get rid of the spikes so you can move on.
So I didn't even need to finish the doggone thing then, did I? Or I just need to just do that and then go through the bars too, I guess. Man,
there's 2 fires, one for each one.
This was just freaking just dumb, man. Like, bro.
Man, I'm glad I didn't even get to that part.
Hard. Wow.
It is this is unnecessarily just tedious. This is just freaking busy work for no reason.
Yeah, it's the dev thinking it's fun. Like, oh, we're gonna make this cool little puzzle.
No.
And I don't know. And they think it's cool fun,
puzzle,
but it's not.
Like, I wish I had something like this.
The puzzle is fine. The puzzle is fine, but the reason to have it there doesn't make any sense. If you are looking to flee then flee. You don't need to flee and then try to go do.
It kills any tension
you
they may have had in the story.
You got a puzzle. You laugh like you got a puzzle.
That's right, dear. That's right. Yeah, but the puzzle doesn't need to be there when you're trying to run for your life.
And I want to boo.
Yeah, that's a big RPG problem though. Like they have these urgent quests, but nobody cares because they're not timed. Like
exactly,
no main quest is ever timed, right? So it kind of kills any tension.
I don't need that.
It's I don't know. But many RPGs do that. It's like, yeah, there's this big dragon eating the world, but it's okay if you just stop by the next town and help this girl pick up some flowers or some shit. It's okay.
Because you need to do that.
No pressure, no pressure. Do whatever.
No pressure, no strain. I just want to know your name. And this is where we get to the part right here. We get to the pause. I did that. Come around here. I'm trying to figure out how to get this doggone puzzle to work, and then I just get to the part where I was like, you know what? I'm done. I literally have everybody. I turned everybody around. Like we're gonna circle the wagons. We're gonna look dead at the death. But I want everybody to see this in protest. I protested with that right then and there. You want to see it? You're gonna see me try to figure it out, and then I just said, you know what? I look. It's almost. We got 3 minutes before that, but an hour and a half. I'm stopping right here. I just stopped. I just nope. I'm gonna look right here. I looked at my phone. I took care of some text messages. I answered some stuff on Facebook. When it got to be like 129, I watched that doggone clock like a hawk, and then stopped at 129, 59.57, whatever the heck it was, and hit that button so fast. You'll never see somebody hit a button so fast on a doggone Let's Play that quick.
You know what's kind of weird is like if you look at people's first project, right? It's usually mostly vanilla RPG Maker stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it usually is. So I'm surprised. Like they went through the effort of having all these plugins, but then I don't know what happened. Like majorly dropped the ball on everything. Like what? How does that happen?
They just got the plugins and thought that's a game.
Easy, bro. Like this is how they know how to make games. That's the problem. Like I'm not even gonna lie. This is how my first game looked. Exactly just like this. Like, and I actually thought my game was good.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those
but
things.
But you also didn't have like these extra plugins for like action combat and that shit.
Bro, I had like 80 plugins in my game and probably won't even using probably 30.
Oh, so that's just a common theme then, I guess. I don't know. I never did it like that.
You put the plugins and you just have them in there. You just
plug
have
and
them
play,
in your
baby.
In case you might need them later.
You may not even use it.
I did that, yeah. But like my first project was still like mostly vanilla. Like I didn't think of having like an action-based system in my first game.
Man,
I wouldn't even know how the parameters work.
Might as well too. And I advertise it. Awesome battle system. Epic story. I did everything. I was gonna charge $9.99 for my game. You know what I'm saying? Like until I actually started playing other projects, other people's games, that I realized my game is horrible.
Yes.
I mean, I realized some of the mistakes. Like when you played like the first version of another isekai, like that shit was garbage as well. Like there's no doubt about that. But I mean, I don't know.
Hey, when I live stream my game, y'all saw my maps.
Yeah, but the thing is, I feel like even the first version you played had like better pacing.
Yeah.
And working events, right? And no like soft locking things and bugs and puzzles that you cannot reset and shit like that, you know? I don't know.
And here's me trying
it's
to
just weird to me that someone would like put this out
on Steam.
And it's even weirder to me if this was not a first-timer project. If that's not a first-timer project, my goodness, I don't understand at all.
So this is me trying to figure it out.
Immortal Sins.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to figure this out. Like, how does Sam all this? So I'm looking at it. I'm picking this button. So this button went down. Like, oh, great, let's reset. Then I gotta go back and put this button back. And I'm still looking to say maybe there's some kind of a hint. There's a hint or something. One what?
It's 1, 5, 3, 4.
Man, he even got it on the top of his head, man.
Yeah, I'm not even. I was
so many times.
If I wasn't at the 1 hour 30 mark, I probably would have figured it out. I would have figured it out eventually. But once I got to like an hour 27,
he won't go figure it out. I was
getting ready to do it.
I'm so glad I don't need to play these games for so long. I can just quit whenever the fuck I want to.
Yeah, oh my God, what I'm gonna do?
No, I was like, man, look. I was figuring it. I was putting it together. Okay, this one went down. Now you didn't get a sound to let you know that it was working.
That was weird. Like it I think it does a sound when it resets, though,
yeah,
right?
It does, but you don't.
But it doesn't when you push it. Like that's weird.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to. Okay, so you're looking at me doing this. Okay, this one goes down. So let's go on over here. Go to this button. That button went down, and I'm over here looking at which other button do I gotta push? Maybe push this one. No, and it's resetting everything. I'm sitting there just, man, this is freaking ridiculous. So I gotta go back.
That's a lot of buttons too.
Exactly,
like,
and you gotta in a dark hallway.
Yeah, if you're unlucky and you're not hitting the right buttons, like on the first or second try each time, you're gonna be sitting there for a long time with that many buttons.
Doing that, just doing this, and this is just me. This is me just going back and forth, and I'm over here saying to myself like, this look. But
I never really got the point of having like pitch black dungeons and a small light circle. I never understood why.
There you go. That's right. See, this is me right here. This is where I stopped. I was like, you know what?
This is one man protester.
I'm gonna wait the clock out. I'm gonna have this stand right here. Nope. I got 3 minutes. I'm gonna waste these whole 3 minutes because you wasted an hour of my time. I'm wasting 3 minutes on this footage. And that's when I stopped playing right there.
Man, this game hurt Omi, man. This game hurt him bad.
Because this is just ridiculous. This I have never seen something. This is like, bruh, that you didn't even try to play this. If someone had just played this game and just told you,
that's the thing though. Did they themselves think it's fun, or I don't know.
So, yeah. I don't want to see nothing. And again, you'll probably block me on social media. You probably will. You probably unfollow, and that's fine. I get it. Okay.
Hey, he could have sued me for even getting the game here.
You can do all these things. You burn me in effigy, call me everything under the sun but a child of God. That's fine. Again, I don't want to hear. And like you see me right here, I ain't moved not near a bit. I don't want to hear you, see you, or even think of you doing anything else but getting this game fixed.
Yeah, I would suggest they should probably join like the community more. Like, I don't know if they're on the forums or on any Discord. Like, feedback is very important.
Yes, it is.
Especially if you have no clue what you're doing, because this gameplay is not fun no matter how you look at it.
No way in hell. No way in all the 9 realms of Bator.
You got feedback from 4 people that are pretty much, I would say, more or less veterans in this like RM stuff, right?
Yeah.
More or less, like
I've been around the block for a while.
Yeah, we're not really beginners anymore, at least.
So you got to do better than that, bro.
You got feedback from 4 people right now. We brought up a lot of points you can improve. We didn't cover all the points. Like, I could probably still go on for an hour and still find things.
Here's my point about the whole thing. You're gonna have to scrap this whole thing and start all the way from the beginning.
I don't actually think so.
He does. Start all the way from the beginning. You listen to this entire podcast and you gotta go all the way from the beginning. Restart your whole thing with your dialogue. Rethink with the pacing of your story. Actually figure out what the heck at least the first part of your story is and how to get your player to the initial part of that without them waiting for an entire hour with inane quests that don't do a daggone thing to get to it.
Yeah, but I don't think they need to scrap the project though. Like, they can edit it. Like, they should go back, yes, to the beginning. Yeah, they have the systems in place. Like, the systems themselves could be good. You can make an action system that's actually fun in RPG Maker. It is possible.
Yes.
But you need like at least 2,000 more hours of effort put into this for it to be fun.
So might as well just start all over again at that point. Start from scratch.
I mean, if they want to make the same game and the same systems, why delete it first? Like, it's already in place. Just make it good, right? Just edit it so it fits.
But here's the thing about it.
Get rid of the entire intro.
You're doing the thing is, at this particular point, you're putting so much hours to fix something that's already broke. You might as well just start all over again and just learn from what you had beforehand.
Yeah, it's probably what I would do too. But you know, people have this sunk cost fallacy.
What, you gonna have to wake out of it, wake up, stop that nonsense. Going to make a good game. You got to get on it, man. Sorry, you got to wake up.
Either that or move on, like, and make a new game.
Something
entirely, like, just leave it there on Steam and just let it be forgotten in the void of Steam games.
Call it a loss. And you just lost that $100.
Yeah, learn from the mistake, make a better game next time, and like maybe advertise it and get some feedback beforehand. Join some Discord. Heck, join our Discord.
Yeah,
we're all about helping people out here, right? We have like this improved core scripts for MV and shit like that. We're trying our best to help each other out.
We got a literal community here with like some daggone. Yeah. When we got Ace of Aces on there, we definitely got a top MVP.
Hey, and we even got him to talk to us.
How about it? Yeah, so we got a top MVP. We got some good heavy hitters in that community.
We got some good people on there. Like, join the forums too. Like, ask people, like, if you want to make a mechanic and you think it's not fun and you think it needs improvement, like, ask people. Ask them shit. Like, asking costs you nothing.
Correct.
And listen to what people have to say. There's so many people that have like thousands of hours in this engine that can give you good feedback. We have people here in the chat right now that have perfectly fine feedback on writing. We have writers in the community, right? They know what they're talking about. But if you don't involve yourself in the community, nobody gonna help you, and then you're gonna make a shit game on Steam for $3.99 that nobody is ever gonna buy, and you end up like that. And then you're gonna message some asshole on the internet reviewing your game, and this is what happens.
Yep. And definitely, you know what? I learned. I didn't make that kind of mistakes myself, and that's why I learned to do better. Sometimes you're gonna have to just take the shellacking. It's part of growing up. You got to do.
I mean, same with me. Like, I joined the I joined the beta tester server, right? And I was going on about another isekai and how great my ambitions are and whatnot, and everybody be like, "Man, you got that feature creep going, and you talking out of your ass." But I didn't listen.
Exactly. So, but everybody, you're gonna have to get that spanking. You got to get that spanking first.
We all gonna have the fall one way or another. We all have the realization one way or another, and then we stand back up and we make better games.
Correct. So again, you still see me just standing there. I'm still standing there. I did not.
No. The footage is already done.
Like, it's already done. Okay. I was gonna say. Because it must have stopped for me, but let's see. It
says 130 out of 130.
Yeah, exactly 130.
I hit that button. I hit that button so fast. I never hit that button so fast in my life. I said, clip, quickly. I said, pop.
Man.
So, yeah, you're going to have to do better, brother. But as with all good things... With all good things, we have come to the end. I want to thank everybody who came out. I want to thank Clutch, Neo Soul Gamer. I want to thank DJ. I want to thank Ace of Aces. I want to thank Jeff. I want to thank Padra, Ryan, DK Studios. I want to thank my newest subscribers, as a matter of fact, Jay Balin, Bird Bunch, Ryan. I want to thank, who else came here? DJ said Padra. I think Padra said Padra. Not shout out to Padra as well. I want to thank everybody who's going to be listening to this. Chiyosuoka, Vic. I want to thank all the people who came by. Destiny Dude as well. Those who are going to come back on the replay to listen to this. And those who will be listening to the podcast on Spotify. It's going to be up on there later on tonight. I'm not going to forget this time because I want to take it down right now and put it up. Edit it a little, make sure we get all the stuff in there correctly. And I want to thank those of you who have stopped by. Thank those of you who have listened. It has helped out tremendously. It's helping to grow my Spotify again. If you would like to do so, stop by the link. Play the Spotify. It's just listen. Free. You're not costing anything, but you're getting me closer to at least be getting some kind of money from it being on Spotify. And for that, I do appreciate that. Guys, take us out. Anybody?
All right, well, people, thank y'all for stopping by and hanging out with me during the streams. Developer, definitely listen to feedback and look at other projects and see what ideas can you take. Also, there's plenty of tutorials online where you can actually see tips and tricks, how to make better maps, how to make, a better system, probably create some states for your ARPG and some interesting techniques, maybe some abilities, some action sequencing for certain abilities. But I feel like, you could definitely level up and evolve as a creator. So there's definitely hope there. Don't give up. Keep living your dream, and hopefully you'll join and communicate and socialize with other creators out in the community. So good luck.
All right. Well, okay, go ahead, Doug.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, yeah, like just like with anything, even though we might have not liked this game very much, or it had a lot of issues. Don't let that discourage you as a developer. A lot of times it can be kind of a hard blow to get that kind of feedback. So, but we're giving you honest feedback, and it will lead to your game getting better if you listen to that feedback, and you can fix it, you can adjust it. So there might be a lot to work on, but keep at it and use it as inspiration or feedback or to help you make a better game. So.
Indeed. What you got to say, our resident German? Anything at all?
Yeah, I agree with the other two guys, of course, and I believe you should, as a developer, definitely join the communities. There is a lot of servers out there. There's the forums. You absolutely need to join the communities, communicate with other people. Like, even just find yourself maybe a guy or two you can just run your ideas by, get some feedback on what they think about it. And like, you need outside opinions in order to improve. It's necessary. There's no way around it.
There you have it. Spoken like a true man, like a true champ. But on that note, folks, I want to thank you again. I hope you have a great day, have a great week, have a great weekend. God bless you. God loves you. God be with you. And God willing, I'll see you again on the other side.